Hello, ladies,
Hello.
and welcome to day 4 of our longevity challenge. I'm so excited to have you here. So, Vicky, meet Nadine. Nadine, meet Vicky.
Hi,
Hi,
Vicky.
Nadine. Nice to meet
Hello.
you.
Nice to meet you too. Where are you?
I'm in Bulgaria,
Oh,
Southeastern Europe.
wow. How
And
lovely.
where are you
Nice.
located?
I'm in Da Nang, Vietnam.
Oh, yes, Lauren told me you are like digital nomads now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that is so exciting.
Nadine, do you want to introduce yourself to Vicky and then maybe just a couple of lines about what you do because it's very interesting. And then Vicky,
Yeah, so well, digital nomad. So I've just been here for 3 weeks now. So just finding our feet. I've been trying to make an effort and going to some meetups and things like that and making some new friends. So I was really happy with myself for doing that. But apart from that, we've been working and just getting settled in. So I'm working on a wellness brand, getting things together for that. So I've been working on a book of poetry, and the book of poetry is going to be like a journal with prompts in it and things like that, for helping people basically love themselves a bit more. And that's what the wellness brand is about, loving yourself. So yeah, today's going to be exciting for me. And I do a bit of freelance work on the side as well. So social media stuff.
Ah,
wow.
lovely.
So much going on, Nadine.
Well, actually, I forgot to tell you one other thing that I'm doing now is I'm learning to be a breathwork facilitator.
Ah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. With
So
who?
I'm just doing online just now, just
Mhm.
myself. I'm just starting out, but it's something I've been thinking about doing for ages. And I just kind of clicked that I'm just going to go for it. Why just have something I'm
Amazing.
thinking about when I'm in the perfect position to actually just start studying it and see where it goes?
Wow.
yeah.
That is so amazing. I did that hypno breathwork training last week, a 5-day challenge, and it was so powerful.
There's so much more to it than I even thought at first. So
Yes.
already I'm even more into it.
I think you would make an amazing breathwork coach or practitioner. What do you call yourself when you get to the end of that
A
qualification?
facilitator or something like
Facil-
that. It's something that I can also do online because that's what
Yeah.
I've really been missing is the therapy side. Because I used to be a beauty therapist and then I was a facial therapist as well. And I'm just used to being with people and being in that sense of helping them. And that's what I've missed and I'm missing from my life. And I
Mm.
think being able to do this and being able to do it online as well is perfect, perfect solution.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Because in our sessions, so Vicky, Nadine is in our PQ application. So she's in for a year. And I find that when we are in those sessions, you are such an amazing coach. You bring such wisdom into the group sessions. And I just think it'll be absolutely amazing for you to move into something that really develops that skill and hones that skill for you because you're really amazing. You
Well,
shine
thank
very
you.
brightly. Yeah.
You'll make me blush, Lauren.
Oh, oh. But I can say the same of Vicky though as well. Wait until you hear Vicky. She's also super exciting. So there we go. Your turn.
Yeah. Well, I used to be in marketing for more than 20 years, but I recently switched to teaching women what I've gone through with personal finance management. So I learned for over probably 7, 8 years now how to manage the family money and how to start investing on my own. And it was a beautiful journey. I read like thousands of books and online courses and seminars, webinars, mentors, and I gathered so much knowledge and experience. So I decided to share this with other women. The way I do it, though, is a little bit different. Well, a lot different than the traditional financial system offers. And it's through integrating and getting in touch with your inner money goddess. So we work with money goddess archetypes to get clear on our own mindset and stories, and then only move on to the practical stuff of budgeting, saving, spending, and then go on all the way to investing. I started my own school group not yesterday, the day before, and I'm in the process of setting it up and adding resources, and then I'll start inviting people who would be interested in it. And yeah, that's super exciting. Super exciting.
Really exciting. I love that idea as well behind the archetype and getting to the essence of the person
Yeah.
so that there's no barrier there anymore. Because a lot of the time they can be with money, depending on how they've been brought up, their parents, how much they had in their life. There's lots of fear around money and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's such a really cool and clever way of dealing with it. I think they are
Yeah.
doing. It's
Thank you.
cool.
There's just so much to explore because when we mix two spheres like mythology and finances, and there's always something to talk about. It's endless, but I really like the way that it brings ancient wisdom into
Hmm.
something that we manage on a daily basis. And
Yeah.
the mixes, yeah.
I mean, even the tarot cards, one of the suits is coins and everything. So you don't really even need to look very far to see that it is all intertwined.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And
Amazing.
Lauren gave me this brilliant idea a couple of months ago. I still have it in my notebook that someday we can develop goddess tarot cards or something like this,
Oh, yeah. Lovely.
where
Oh,
they
beautiful.
will lead you
Yeah.
to a meditation or
Yeah.
journaling prompt or something like that. I don't know. It's still just an idea, but it's
Oh, it's
sitting
a
there.
seed that will grow into a beautiful plant.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can
yeah,
see that.
yeah.
Gonna be so much fun. Oh, I
Mhm.
love it. I've got the two brightest, cheeriest people in the room. This is so exciting. So today I want to start with a little game. So the game we're going to play is this. I first want you to think of, I must get a pen. I first want you to think of someone that you respect very much, like someone you look up to, you revere. Maybe it's an author or a mentor in your life or anybody that you really look up to. And I want you to write down their positive attributes or shout them out so that we can make a list of the positive attributes of them. So, why is it that you are so impressed by this person? What have they done? Or what do they be that makes you so look up to them?
I'm writing it down.
Okay, you're writing it down. Okay, great.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Kind of hard to put into words how amazing this person actually is.
Just a few, just jot down a few like points.
Mhm. Okay, got it.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay, awesome. One more. How are you doing there? Okay, we're going to do one more. So now, the person you love most in the world. So they may or may not be the same person. So your partner, your child, your mother, whatever it is, the person you love most, it's hard to choose. I know it's hard to choose because, but think of who would be the person that you would rescue from the fire first.
That's a tough one.
That is really
I got
tricky.
three.
You can't choose. Okay, so maybe it could be a combination of those three. If you love them all equally, the best characteristics and attributes, positive attributes of all three of them. So
Mm.
you're gonna have to write very fast.
Blessed, blessed. So, sorry.
That's fine. That was tricky. I also had to do it about three people. That one was harder. Okay, so now I want you to think of yourself and write down your positive attributes. Now I'd love to know, was there a bit of a crossover? Did you see any things where the same things were coming up in the person you revered the most, the person you loved the most, and you? So there were some themes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we want you to pick your five favorite ones of these. The five things that you most aspire to, or the five things that you think are the most important to you, that you most value of all of these attributes. So
From all three.
from the three lists. Yeah. So you can either already feel that you have them, or you can see them in others, but not in yourself.
Mhm.
You choose. How are we doing? Shh, right on. Okay. So now we're going to compare lists. So I want to make a list of these 15 things, or maybe some of them are the same. Who knows? Let's see how many we land up with when we put our lists together. Okay. So what are your top five, Vicky?
Okay, so first one is calm and relaxed. Second one is self-worth, like having a deep sense of self-worth. Then I have joyful, lighthearted, and knowledgeable or intelligent. Depends on how you want to look at it.
Beautiful. Those are beautiful. Nadine?
I've also got knowledgeable slash intelligent. That wasn't on
Okay.
my own list, by the way.
That wasn't on your
The
list.
other two people's list. Anyway,
Really?
um, positive thinking,
Uh-huh.
determined, loving, and kind.
Ah, awesome. And I got present, enlightened, enthusiastic, kind and loving, I put into one, and playful. So
Oh.
there's a lot of crossovers here. There's a lot of
I love how
crossovers.
they're like all different as well, though. You know,
Yes, we
like I
put
love
it in
that.
different words. Okay, so now
Yeah.
this is what we do next. Now we're going to own each of these, okay? So let's take Vicky's. I am calm and relaxed. So think of three times in your life where you can see that you were calm and relaxed. So you can just throw out those. I mean, just say out those. Or three times in the last week, even where you felt calm and relaxed.
Oh, I went all the way back to 16 years ago when I gave birth to
Oh, were
my,
you giving birth? That
yes,
is incredible.
That's
yeah.
some
Vicky,
good
okay, so
drugs.
this is one of your top. That's incredible. Nadine?
So I just did a breath work and meditation earlier, and then I was walking along the beach at 6:30 this morning.
So
very
beautiful.
relaxing. And the third one, I guess I was lying in bed, cuddling Craig.
Oh, beautiful. So those were calm and relaxed moments. That's amazing. So for me too, walking on the beach yesterday with my dogs, doing my meditation first thing in the morning, and yeah, taking moments in the car when I notice I may be feeling some stress about just busy stress, and then actually taking the moments to do the breath work and just calm myself down. So intentionally calming myself down. Yeah, because it seems like a particularly busy period at the moment. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Vicky, so you said one, sorry, and
Yeah.
do you want to give me two others?
Well, yesterday on our session, that was very calming and relaxing. And also yesterday during the networking event, I felt calm and relaxed and I could enjoy meeting all these new people. So I'll go with these three.
I could actually see that. I looked at your face a few times in that networking event and I noticed that. You were beaming. You were really shining up.
I was like, I was so excited. And at the same time, deep inside, there's just this calmness that whoever you're meant to meet will find their way to you. And I don't know,
I,
it's a weird mixed feeling, but I like it.
I love
mm,
that. I could actually see
nice.
that. Amazing. Okay, so a deep sense of self-worth. So now I want you to really own that. So I have a deep sense of self-worth. Where in your body are you feeling that? And can you think of three times where you really felt like three instances in your life where you really feel a complete deep sense of self-worth? Have you got some?
Mm.
Okay, good. Nadine?
So last week I was kind of struggling with my sense of self-worth quite a lot, and you helped me out a lot as well. But I did have a kind of talk with myself, and then I did have a breakthrough with it as well. So I did discover my self-worth through that, and in that moment I felt it. So that was good.
Amazing.
And I just sort of reclaimed myself, if you know what I mean. I just was
Wow.
like, I'm not doing this. I'm not having this feeling anymore. So that really felt powerful to me. And then actually, like one of the girls that I met, she was going through a bit of hard times. We had a chat, and it wasn't like I was trying to fix her or anything, but I just had a chat with her. And then she sent me a really nice message, thanking me and everything. And I just felt that was quite, gave me a sense of self-worth as well. And when I write poetry, when I
Mm.
feel that I've put something down on paper that's meant something to me, that I've managed to put it into words, it gives me a sense of self-worth too.
Beautiful. Those are amazing. Amazing. And yours, Vicky?
Well, first of all, I felt that sense in my body, in my legs. It was very interesting. But then when I thought about situations or instances where I felt my self-worth, one of them was when I'm in the dancing rehearsal hall, when we rehearse our routines and when we are on stage. So I guess it has to do with that part of my life where I get into my role as a dancer. So that gives me a great sense of self-worth. Most of the other instances I noticed are related to someone else showing me my worth. So I would think of what my husband is telling me, that awesome lady in Australia that we just started working with yesterday. She's been so kind and so generous in her compliments for what I'm doing for her, even though it's been just a few hours in. So it was interesting just to notice that where I get my sense of self-worth is the outside environment, the outside world, which makes me think, well, confirm something that I know and something that my husband has been telling me for since we are together, 25 years, that I need to cultivate that inner sense of self-worth more and not rely on the outside.
Oh, we all do. I think we can all feel like that. It's so easy to pinpoint when you don't feel self-worth, when you feel small,
Mm.
isn't it? But it's harder to feel it from yourself. It really is. It is. We can all relate to that, definitely.
When I think of something that I've done, that I've accomplished, that I'm super proud of, and where I get my self-worth, it kind of feels like bragging, right? We have that layer of, well, we should be
Don't show
more
off now.
humble. Yeah. But right now, when I think about it, because I'm just repurposing parts of my book for my school community, but that book that I wrote, that was huge for me. And that gave me a lot of that sense of self-worth. But again, when you start talking about it, it just kind of feels a little uncomfortable, right?
I know, like you've done something amazing, but you're not allowed to feel amazing about it. Otherwise, you're big-headed or you love yourself or and I
Yeah.
think it's worse for women somehow. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
society, isn't it?
Definitely is programming and conditioning that we got from very, very young. We were told, don't blow your own trumpet. I remember my grand saying that to me, for sure. Don't blow your own trumpet. If I was excited about something that had gone
Mm.
well, she would just totally rain on my parade straight away and shut me down. But luckily, I always had my mom on the other side. And they always say that you can always see that there are two forces at play at any one time in nature. If there's someone criticizing you, there's always someone also building you up. And yes, it's wonderful if we can be the person building ourselves up. That would be amazing.
Ultimately.
But sometimes we do need to hear it from others. That validation can be so good. There's a reason why people want third-party validation, why you put up testimonials and things, and why those work, because third-party validation works. There's something different between somebody saying you're amazing to the world as well than just you telling the world that. So, yeah. So for me, I feel a deep sense of self-worth when I have accomplished something. So this is definitely my hyperachiever in me. If I create something and I think it's amazing, I really feel good about myself. And I think that is a positive thing. I don't think it is my hyperachiever out of balance. I think that is that part of me that knows that I've created something beautiful and isn't it amazing that I could put that out in the world. I feel amazing when I have seen a transformation in someone, when I have seen a shift that takes place right in front of me. You can see someone come in to a session and they're feeling really, really down. And at the end of the session, they are bright and shining. And, that gives me an incredible sense of self-worth. And yes, these again are outside things. That's not just intrinsic, but
Mm.
I do feel that's how, if I can shine my light in the world and then it can light other people up, that is amazing, makes me feel really good about myself. And yeah, I do sometimes just sit and count all the things I do in a day that are valuable. And that gives me a sense of self-worth. Like I just think, okay, I went for a walk with the dogs on a cold, windy day. That was good. I'm happy with myself for doing that. And plus, I got this done, that done. And yes, there are things, they are doings, they are actions. But I think taking the right actions towards the life that you're building is also really important. So, yeah, those all give me a deep sense of self-worth. Celebrate ourselves.
I
Yes,
think we're all
Nadine.
amazing.
Let's celebrate ourselves. We're so amazing. That was a really good one, by the way. A deep sense of self-worth, Vicky. Yeah, that was a great one. That made us really
Thank
go
you.
pretty deep. The next one, actually, let's go to Nadine's list now,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back to yours so that we're going to each of the lists. Nadine, knowledgeable and intelligent. So I want you to think, because you said that wasn't on your list.
It wasn't on my list. I'm not saying I'm really thick as two short planks, but The other two people are, I would probably say, more intelligent than I am. I would like to read more. I would. So that's probably something that I can look at in a positive way. I would like to read more, so that's something that I can improve on in a good way. So that's something I can do for me.
Okay, so where are
Mm.
3 times in your life where you are, 3 instances you can think of, or 3 ways in your life where you are intelligent and knowledgeable?
3.
Yeah. Yeah, just three. I know it's hard to pick from all, right? Right.
I think.
Could
Right,
this be
so
like areas where we feel knowledgeable and intelligent and like expert level, probably?
mine's are all quite similar, I think. Try to choose like different ones. I guess so. When I was at college, I won a lot of things. So I was the best in my year, in my class, and everything. And every time I went to college, I got that. So I've got two HNDs. I don't know if you know what they are, but they're national diplomas. And I've got one for fashion and I've got one for beauty. And they're both 3 years. And I was the best in both of those. And I won, in one of them, I won like £500, and another one, I won a computer just for being the best kind of thing. And I had to write an essay about being at college and things like that. I had to have the best grades and I had to have the best, I had to be there all the time, basically never be off and things. So yeah, I won all these scholarships and things like that. Everybody hated me because I just won everything. So
I
yeah,
guess
I
that
felt quite
comes
good.
with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, they hated me. They were just like, can't believe you won that again. Like I almost never wanted to try to do anything because I won everything.
So they would first check if you enrolled in that, if you're in
Yeah,
that
had no
competition,
chance.
and then decide, okay, no, if she's in, I'm not even trying.
And even the exams, we would sit down to do an exam and I would just like ace the exam and then just get up and leave, the first person to leave the room every time. And everybody would be like,
Do you think that's why you kind of shut this down in yourself a little bit, Nadine, because you
really? I
didn't
don't know.
like the haters?
It was kind of embarrassing, but I really needed the computer. So what am I going to do?
That's honest. I love it. I absolutely love this. So, this is someone who couldn't find where she was more knowledgeable and intelligent than others, when actually you were top of the class, best in
For
your class,
everything, honestly, it
winning
was
everything.
ridiculous. Even in accounts. The accountant teacher asked me if I wanted to become an accountant teacher.
Wow. Wow. So I think we can put this to bed right now that these people that you think are more knowledgeable and intelligent than you are not. You
Oh,
are.
they definitely are.
Please
But I would
own
like
that.
to read more just to expand my knowledge. I think it's there. Like my mum and dad are really intelligent, and maybe I have just dampened it down or whatever, but I would like to kind of get better at it.
Okay. Okay. But it starts with believing that you are that already. Just saying. And we can really hear that you are. So you were diligent, conscientious, you worked hard, but you also just had that intelligence. You could just dash out an exam and walk out the room. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Sure. Okay, give me a more recent one now.
I guess writing my poetry, it's
Yeah,
bringing out a side of me that's been hidden for a long time. And I used to write poetry a long time ago, but I've started writing again, and it seems to be, yeah, I'm having a little belief in myself again.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all these ideas that you're having, I mean, putting together this book is going to be amazing. And
Yeah,
not
the
just a
book,
poetry book, a prompt book that's going to get
yeah, and it's like,
people.
I don't think anybody else is doing it, Lauren.
No, no one's doing that. I haven't
Can't
heard of
find
that.
anything.
Yeah, it's going
So
to be
there might be a reason
amazing.
for that, but you never know.
No, no, you honestly, that's
Yeah,
what trailblazing is all about. When you create something that nobody else has done before, it just opens up a world. It's going to be incredible. I think of the book, The Artist's Way, and your book is going to be similar. It's going to have those prompts that really open someone up inside. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah.
thanks.
And poetry is like that kind of forgotten art that is busy making a comeback at the moment with the whole slam poetry and the spoken word stuff that is out there now. So, yeah, I think you can really go very far with that right now because of all the things you can do with it. It's making a massive comeback.
Mhm.
And songs could be written from your poems as well, which is
Yeah,
another thing I see that beautiful songs come from beautiful poems. Yeah,
I
exciting.
think that will be a great theme for a school community. Just saying. Now my
Okay.
mind is all about creating school communities.
I hear you.
But
I
I
hear
think,
you.
yes, that would be
It would.
amazing.
No one's doing that.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen any. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not really in that niche, but it does sound like something that is not being done right now. So
Yeah.
think about that.
Yeah. Exciting. Yay. And Vicky, yours? Where are you knowledgeable and intelligent? We kind of know.
she's the money goddess.
Yes, she's a money goddess. It's like,
Guide, guide.
Yeah. Say no more.
Yeah, I do know a lot about money and I keep learning every day because, of course, I don't come from Wall Street. I'm not in investment banking and all of that, but I feel knowledgeable enough to share with other women, clear the fluff, clear the noise, because there's that specific industry comes with so much noise and so much hype for specific stocks or specific like crypto and all of that. My knowledge, where I'm strong at, is clearing that nonsense and just focusing on what really works step by step. So I feel very, very confident in that and yeah, intelligent. Thank you. The other, I don't know if that's a specific area, but this is something that came up. I feel very knowledgeable when I cook food for my family. It's like I'm not a master chef, I have never taken a cooking class, but I know I can cook pretty well, as opposed to 25 years ago when my husband had to eat burned soup. So I could burn a soup back in those days. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how.
possible.
But
I've had to.
I can relate to that. I burnt a boiled egg.
yeah,
Now I'm a great cook.
yeah, I feel very confident and yeah, I'm knowledgeable in that. I can, yeah. Do we have to come up with three?
Yeah, three.
The third one, something related again to my work with that lady that we started yesterday, because I realized that what comes so easy and natural to me is Portuguese to people who have never done it and have
Yeah.
no will to go there. So, yeah, marketing stuff like setting up systems, well, a lot of different marketing stuff. I feel quite deep in that.
Beautiful. Oh, those are amazing. And mine, I would say that whenever I have a very deep interest in something, it's just where I become knowledgeable. So, for example, when I became a mom, I had a very, very deep interest in breastfeeding, and I became the world's best breastfeeder. I fed my son till he was nearly 4 years old, and because I just believed in it. So, when I believe in something very, very strongly, then I will learn everything there is to know. I'm a big researcher. I'll
Mhm.
become knowledgeable in it, and then I'll make sure that I excel in that. And so the same thing with when I started getting into the whole longevity thing and nutrition and exercise. I delved really deep. I researched like crazy. And I think I created something beautiful with my book, The Seven Natural Laws of Longevity. I think it's outside. I'm quite good at getting what's different, like outside ideas. I always have a slightly different, weird approach. It's never just straight line what everybody's talking about. I always try and look for a few things that nobody's talking about or very few people are talking about. So I like that. And then where else am I knowledgeable? I think in being a parent, I also did a deep dive into this beautiful thing called hand in hand parenting really early on. And I went to some really good workshops and I think I've really aced being a parent. My son and I have a great relationship. Okay, he's not a teenager yet, so the wheels could fall apart in the next few years, but I don't think they're going to because we've really forged a really deep relationship, and I think that the respect is there. So that's where I think I'm knowledgeable and intelligent. So let's move on to the next one is positive. Okay, positive. Who wants to go first?
What's the like 3 times
Three
when you
times where you've been positive in the last week, let's say.
oh, it's like every day. It's
It's
natural to me.
natural. Okay.
And
So
me
that
as
one's
well.
easy.
I think we all are just that
So
kind
we
of
can
way.
own that really easily. That wasn't
Yeah,
hard. We didn't have
it's.
to tell ourselves the three things.
I used to say I was an optimist, but I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm not really that anymore. I think I would have to change that to more of a sort of realist kind of person, but with a positive outlook. I always want to stay in the now, but I want to try and gain a positive from a situation, but look at the situation for what it is rather
I
than
like
trying to have
that.
an optimistic sort of point of view from it. I want to
So
really
you're
be in
saying you're not being like Pollyanna, like everything's just
everything's
hunky-dory. You can
great.
see it for what it
Exactly.
really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, but I naturally have a sort of positive, unless I'm going through something like what we all do from time to time, but yeah, I'm naturally a positive person. Like I want to be in that. And I don't really enjoy being around negative people.
Mm, yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
They say something, I say something, they say something, I say something. It's kind of like a jarring kind of way. Can't
Yeah.
wait to be away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
hear
have
you.
one in the house, but
Oh, that's always tricky.
I love that.
That's always
Get them
tricky.
away.
I
Yeah.
can't. It's her house.
Oh no. Oh, I see.
But we are separate, so
Right.
Okay.
yeah, we limit the amount
Oh
and
dear.
frequency of interaction because there's no way we could get along.
So in positive intelligence, we call that your Jedi master trainer or something like that.
Ah,
So
yeah.
it's your martial arts trainer. So if you see how martial arts works, the person who's teaching you is going to hit you.
Got to practice your reaction skill.
Yes.
Mm.
And you're not cross with them for coming at you because it teaches you exactly what to do.
Yeah, I can see
You
her
get the
as my
basic gist.
spiritual teacher. Every
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
specific feeling, I would think, okay, this is my
Teaching
chance,
moment.
teaching moment. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. That's
Exactly.
how I prefer to see things.
Your
Yeah,
moment
and
to
do it with
shine.
fun.
Yeah.
So let's ask the question this way in terms of positive. Just think of one way where you took a negative and you turned it into a positive.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah.
When I lost my main client last year, almost all of my income came from this company that I worked with, and we parted ways, and that could have been a really devastating time, but I thought, okay, this means something else. And that is when the whole concept of the money goddess in the book and the course started to come in. There was now space for this to come in and move into this world. So that's how I reverted it.
Wow, that is a huge one. That is huge. You
Very
took a
challenging.
really big, yeah, a really challenging time and you turned it into a victory. I love that. Love that. And you, Nadine, you already gave us an example of last week.
Well, what I was going to say was mine was kind of similar in that I lost my business because I was unwell. But I don't know if it's just a situation, isn't it? But in my mind, I've turned it into a positive. It's one of the hardest things I've ever gone through in my life. But in my mind now, it's actually turned out really well because now I'm here. We would never have been able to do this if I still had the
Yeah.
salon and everything. It's that story about the horse breaking its leg, isn't it? You don't know how things are going to turn out. So it's turned out really well, even though at the time I thought it was the worst thing ever. But now I've turned it into a positive thing because now we're doing our dream that we wanted to do. We'd never have been able to do that. So that's the positive that we've been able to get from it.
I love that, Nadine, because a brick and mortar business is so limiting in today's
Oh,
world. Yeah, you could never be a digital nomad if you, well, you could if you had the right people in place running it for you.
the girls were really nice I had and everything, but if you left
Mm.
them to their own devices, they would just run amok.
Yeah.
And they were
Yeah.
nice. They were good girls. And
Mm.
'cause the nightmares I heard about were awful, but they were actually really nice girls. And no, they
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to run a business. Yeah. So they needed you as the head. I always seem to create businesses like that as well, where without me, it doesn't run, which is almost a failing, this whole solopreneur thing in a way, but one can also see it as a positive.
Mhm. Yeah,
Born leaders.
I know. But you could create something that you could sell on as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. And some people, that is their strength, but it's not in the path of all entrepreneurs to do that. It depends on your particular line and your strengths, really.
Yeah.
Whether you're going to create something that you can sell along or something that you can turn into a franchise kind of idea.
Yeah.
Everybody's different, and
Yeah.
it's not everybody's strength.
You've got to do what makes you happy at the end of the day, haven't you?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And brings you joy and lights you up. Because if it starts to overwhelm you and brings you down and you just don't want to get out of bed to to do it, then it's time to move on.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. I loved marketing. I really did enjoy learning so much in that industry for 20 years, but then that emotion, that excitement just faded away. And now it's time for a new thing.
Good, good for
Time
you.
to
Good
reinvent
to
yourself.
recognize that as
Yeah, to
well.
reinvent myself. Yes.
Yeah. I love a reinvention. Yeah.
Yes, reinventing. It's so exciting. Okay, so we're moving on to number three, which is joyful. Joyful. This is three on Vicky's list. So where it's similar to positive,
Yeah.
actually. Joyful.
I think it's more related to enjoying life,
Ah,
joyful and yeah, appreciating everything that you already have and what you aspire to.
that's
Nice.
beautiful. So three times where you felt really joyful, appreciative, grateful in the last little while.
Well, yesterday when I went to the balcony, the yard in the garden, and I could enjoy all the flowers and the trees that my husband has planted and is taking care of. And there are like roses and also different kinds of flowers, and seeing the drops of rain still on the petals, that was so beautiful and
Oh.
filled me with appreciation for the beauty of life.
So beautiful. I love that. And what of yours, Nadine? One each
It's fine.
because we're already out of time. But are you guys
So,
fine to still be here?
Yeah, fine. So
I
this
had
morning, Craig and I, we went for a walk along the beach and it was so nice. We walked to this like beach bar and we got a coffee, Saigon coffee, black coffee, so delicious over ice. And we sat there and we just could have sat there forever. It was so nice and we were just like, is this our life now? So
I
joyful.
felt, yeah.
We were like,
Yay. That's awesome. I love beach and I love coffee, and that combination is just
we
so
just can't
amazing.
believe it. We're just so like all the time.
Awesome.
Shall we move on to the next one? It can either be light-hearted, which is Vicky's number 4, or Nadine's number 4 is loving.
Hmm. So with
Oh,
loving, because we touched on lighthearted when we talked about joyful and positive, because I think they're very much connected. So loving. A couple of days ago, when my older daughter came back from a 3-week vacation in Greece, and I got to hug her. Yeah, I can't describe the feeling. It's just love pouring out. And then we had a family reunion at my parents' house in the countryside, and there were like 20, I think we were almost 20 people. And that's just on my mother's side, her sister and her sister's daughter and son and nephews and all of that. So that was a lot of fun, all the conversations and the laughter. But when you just go away, like a few steps away from the place where we were gathered, and when I just looked at that, I felt a lot of love in my heart for everything that this group represents and how they're holding me, and yeah, how much I love them.
Nice.
that is so beautiful. And yours, Nadine?
I think the other day when I was with the little Russian girl, her name's Queen, and she was going through a hard time and everything. She was crying. I was giving her a wee hug.
Mm.
And I think like for the young one, she's just here on her own and everything, and she's split from her boyfriend and all that. And I was kind of like being a mother figure to her, and I felt really loving towards her, kind of thing, you know? So that was fun. And then obviously with Craig, me and him are always really loving. We're like lovey-dovey all the time. And I don't know, I was speaking to my mum. Me and my mum are really close. So we're always really loving. But I have to say, like, whenever I speak to you, Lauren, I always feel a lot of love.
Oh, thank you so much.
I know
Thank
that
you.
was four, but I had to get that in there.
I second that. That's my third.
Hey, it's like
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Yes, I always feel a lot of love coming through these calls. Isn't it amazing that we don't even have to be in the same room?
On the same
You know,
continent.
you're in
We are on
Bulgaria,
3 different continents right now.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Bulgaria, Vietnam, Cape Town, and there is so much love in this room or so much love in this space. Isn't that amazing? Yay! Yeah, so I believe in love. I believe love is the most important thing. When you do the values test, I don't know if you've ever done the VIA Institute's values test. My top 2 values were love and kindness. And those are the things I treasure the most. I really find being loving and giving love is what I'm about and why I came here to be loving. But for me, the thing I like to teach, and is what we touched on yesterday, Vicky, is it's easy to say one's loving when it's someone that you love. It's someone that you think, oh, this is an amazing person. Those 3 favorite people in your world, the people you love the most. But what about the people who have really hurt you and the people who have really crossed you or done something that is where love really comes into its own, is when you're able to love those who are almost unlovable or have done something very unloving towards you. And so I guess that's my message. And I saw it again yesterday. We talked about yesterday on our call, we talked about this family that we knew in South Africa that my husband knew who actually forgave someone who had murdered their child, which is massive, massive, almost inconceivable that parents would do that. And then I saw it on a movie, on an Australian program yesterday. We talked about it in our call. And then my husband put on this program. It was about a guy in Australia who was drunk driving. And he was not only drunk, he was high as well. So he was on drugs, alcohol, and he just took a corner and knocked into 7 children, and 4 of them died, and
Oh
one
my.
is brain damaged. And 3 of them were from one family. So it was 2 sisters and a brother that were from the one family, and then the other one who died was their cousin. And so he's in prison for 20 years, and the parents of these children have forgiven him. And the father came to the prison to meet him. So first they went publicly on TV a few days after the accident, and they said they had forgiven him, which seems completely surreal, but they have played it up. They talk every week. They have taken this guy kind of under their wing, and he sees the father as like a godfather to him because he has bestowed this forgiveness on him. And he says, well, being angry isn't going to bring my children back. And it was an accident. He didn't intend to do it. It's just the most terrible thing that happened. And they're never going to come back. But the father said they're more alive now than they ever were in terms of how they think and feel and talk about them. And they just had this most incredible experience. It's an amazing program to see. It was absolutely phenomenal. It's a true life story that's just happened in Brisbane. And the guy's been in prison for 5 years and now got to meet this guy. So that's kind of my sweet spot in terms of love. When I can see those kind of stories where you cannot imagine love coming through, but that is the miracle when love comes through in those ways. And I love seeing that because if that man can forgive someone who killed his children, who are we not to forgive the tiny little resentments and things that we have sitting there about silly things that are kind of meaningless in comparison? Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I know that you've got something to go to, Vicky.
Yeah, I have to drive my daughter a drive to the city.
Okay.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll
So
have to go.
I think we're going to end it there for today, even though we didn't get through everything. We touched on everything, right? Yeah.
It was all
Can I just tell you who it was, the person that I looked up to?
Yeah, sure.
Lauren Kinghorn.
Nettie.
Idem,
Oh, thank you. Oh, that is so kind.
Nielsen.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful. The person I had on my list for looking up to was Byron Katie, the person who wrote Loving What Is. I learned so much from her and she changed my life. And for you,
How
Vicky?
I feel about you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
I got Eckhart Tolle.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, he changed my life as well. At a certain time in my life, that was just absolutely what brought me into presence and stillness.
Yeah.
And that was my introduction to being present and being still.
Mm.
Who did you
Amazing.
say?
Eckhart
Eckhart Tolle.
Tolle.
Oh, you haven't read his books? He wrote Stillness Speaks. He wrote The Power of Now, A New Earth.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
all about stillness, but you get all of that in Shazad's program. Yeah, full on. What we're doing here in positive intelligence.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right,
Thank you,
lady.
ladies. That was very special today. Thank you for playing the
Mm.
game. I think we got through a lot. How do you feel?
Feel
At
great.
the, do you feel good about
Full.
yourself?
Like awesome.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. It's been amazing again,
Yeah.
Lauren.